All right guys, I'm laying up some block today, and if you're new to block work, I've got 3 tips that may really help you out for laying corners like I'm doing right now. First thing, I pull string lines to the opposing corners, and then I'll use those string lines to pull across the corner of my block here on my new corner and check that all of this block work is in line where I want it to be. I've got a string line run to the opposing corner as well. You can see that I'm doing the same thing, checking that my block is running perfectly straight towards the opposing corner. And I don't know how you do it without doing this. I've seen people try, but it's really hard to get it in a straight line if you don't. All right, number 2, let's come over here to the mud table. All right, number 2, if you're new to block work and you try to get some mud like this and put it on your wall, you'll notice it comes right off the trowel. So what I like to do is give this trowel what I call the smack. All right, and if you give it a good enough slap, it'll defy gravity. Look at that. The mud will stick right to it, and that's important because when you put the trowel to the wall and you put the mud on the wall, you have to turn it sideways first, and then you can put it right on the wall like that. Let's try without the slap. I'm just going to scoop a little bit, turn it. See how that didn't look good? So the slap is very important. Let's do that one more time. Get you some mud, slap, it sticks. You can go right down the wall with it, no problem. All right, I just did this once, but I laid the block the wrong way, and I know somebody'd make all kinds of stupid comments about it. So I'm gonna do it again. My 3rd tip is to sight down the corner of the block as you set the block in place, and that helps you to get the block level and plumb with the rest of the wall as you set it. If you hold the block like way out like this and try to set it, you can't see what's going on. So watch where my eyeball goes. Right here, I'm looking straight down here and also straight down here so that when I let go of it, it's already pretty good. Let's check. The last one was perfect, of course. This one, well, it's pretty good. You can come in here and check that out. Pretty good. I'll do a little tapping on it to make it perfectly right, of course, but that was pretty good to start with. If you set it super crooked to start with, you'll have a hard time getting it level because it'll end up too low. You'll end up tapping, tapping, tapping too low. So those are 3 great tips that you can do to lay block, and if you learn how to lay block good, it's actually fun to do, believe it or not. All right, and one bonus tip is to check each row of block as you lay it that you're at the desired height, which is 8 inches per row. So I'm gonna check the row I just did. 32 inches is what I wanted to end up with, and somehow magically I am. So we're gonna do one more. We're gonna get up to 40 inches on this corner before we call it quits.